Ivan, hello. Hello, hello. Okay, I am now. Oh, I had this open. Oh no. Oh well. Okay, I'm gonna go make some coffee and then I'm gonna start the stream. So sit tight. Give me a couple minutes and I'll be back. Hey, I'm back. Yeah, share stream. Sorry, interrupted it. Let's see. Hey, Scott. Hey, Tom. Tom Marks. Thank you for the raid. Hello, everybody. I hope people haven't left because of the stream share. So hello, everybody. Yeah, this is a static site generator stream. And as you can see, this is the website. And yeah, we're adding functionality to it, and we're porting some websites to it. There was a big release that happened yesterday. Now I added my own fork of Markdown, as you do at some point. You go through a phase of life where pimples start popping up on your face. You start thinking a lot about certain things. One thing of those is I absolutely need to rewrite Markdown and make my own. And that's the phase of life that I'm in, apparently. I have like 2 things left before party with the live web server rewrite. Nice. I have a question for you, Scott, which I'm guessing you might have thought about, or if you haven't, maybe it's in some ways late. Maybe, I don't know. In any case, have you looked into the async APIs for this stuff? So the idea is, instead of doing multi-threading, you do non-blocking I/O, and you can use what is Michio Hashimoto's stuff? What's his name? Its name, the thing, libxev. So libxev. Okay, never mind. Works on Linux, great. Mac OS, great, and Wasm plus WASI. Fuck Windows, I guess. Man. Oh, you know what? Maybe he's also doing this because of bugs in the library. Let's see if Windows is mentioned anywhere on this page. Wait. Oh, no, it does work on Windows. They just forgot to update the about. So yeah, this also works on Windows. So this is the IO library that Ghosty uses. So what is it? Yeah, they call it unstable alpha-ish quality. I bet you that Mitchell's alpha-ish unstable quality stuff is better than my rock solid 1.0. I'm never gonna touch this again stuff, but but in any case, I guess my point is that this might prove an interesting thing, because if you can pull off evented I/O, you save yourself a lot of trouble when it comes to synchronizing threads, cleaning things up, and whatnot. Of course, it's not free. Like evented I/O has its own set of nuance, but I don't know. It might be an interesting. Potentially an interesting alternative. I'm saying this also because, maybe, I'm actually not sure, but maybe it could be argued that a proper web server that needs to be, internet facing could benefit from multi-threading. Again, debatable, and I'm not sure how much that would be the case or not. But yeah, that's not necessarily a concern for a live server for development. In any case, just so you know, this is a tool at your disposal, and it seems to also cover Windows. Let's see. I think Zine is a great project. Super HTML is also awesome. Let's go. Thank you. I have my own SSG written in Python, and I will try to implement Super HTML as well. Oh, okay. So, Ivan, if that's the case, so here's how it works. Super HTML is not tied to Zine. You can use Super HTML without Zine in isolation as a library. The idea, though, is that Super HTML doesn't impose what the scripty context should be. So the fact that there is a dollar page, a dollar site, these are concepts that belong to Zine. And we inject these context into Super HTML. That said, Super HTML has some requirements, namely, since Super HTML has, for example, loops, then it needs a concept of iterator. Like you need to provide some kind of iterator. Or, for example, the concept of error. Like you have to have an error value because it needs to be able to communicate errors. So this stuff is right now, how can I say? You can totally do it. It's not documented much or almost at all. Although the interface, like the API, is not too complicated. So if you look at how Zine uses it, then you can kind of like, start copy pasting stuff, mirroring the way I use it, and you should be able to do it. In any case, if you decide to go down that path, you can decide if you want to also copy Zine's like evaluation context. So you also want to have dollar page, you also want to have dollar site, and you want them to look the same. Or you start by copying Zine, and then you start editing things as you want them. Or you could start from scratch and have your own evaluation context that looks, the way you want it to look. So it's totally doable, just not documented. Yeah, I assume that was the that's where you were. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about this because I never used it. But I know that other people use it and they've been happy with it. So I was thinking of trying to fork it and adapt to Jinja and make the bridge to my app to Zig Livecoding. What do you mean adapt to Jinja? Because in a sense, Super HTML is an alternative to Jinja. Well, in the meantime, so here's a problem that I want to solve, and then we're going to start moving websites. In the documentation of Zine, I added a page called Frequently Encountered Use Cases. Hello, Bifredo. Good morning to you, good sir. The frequent use cases. So I use fancy wording here. Frequently encountered use cases, and then I just go for frequent use cases in the title. But the idea is, oh, I want to do this. Oh, I see. Your app that currently uses Jinja to HTML. I see. Well, in any case, if you start an attempt at that and you want some help, I'll be happy to help. Although, man, there's a bit of a road between, making your own Super HTML and then binding everything through Zig Livecoding. It's totally doable, like nothing insane. Just, there's some road that needs to be walked there. Compile to EPUB? Not yet, sorry. It's on the pile of to-dos. Support for other things, 100%. Right now, what I'm thinking of doing is adding typist as some kind of output format / templating format. The line is a little bit blurry when it comes to typist. But the idea is that you should be able to, you know what? Here's what I'll do. I want you to be able to make a CV using Zine and output to typist, and also use the same data that you put in your CV and be able to show it on your website as well. So both things at once, and then actual books. So we have these list of frequent use cases, and I would say the most frequent use case is RSS feeds. Yes, that guy. So you want to add an RSS feed to your Zine website. How do you do it? And turns out that Zine does not have any feature that is designed to make you do RSS feeds, which is delightful because actually RSS feeds, what they are, is a alternative version of a page that probably should already exist. So, for example, you have a page that lists all your blog posts. Well, an RSS feed, it's in a sense a machine-readable view of that same page. So that's how we do it. We don't have any specific thing for RSS, but you can define an alternative for a given page, and you provide an alternative layout where the thing should go, and also how it should be named. So in my case, for example, my RSS feed on my personal website is as index.xml, because my index page is the one that lists my blog posts, and so I make an XML version of it, and that's my RSS feed. But obviously, you can do this however you want. So then you create an XML layout, and you will discover that Super HTML, it doesn't advertise it, but actually Super HTML does support XML. So you can give it an XML, you can use it with an XML file, and you can template the XML file, and boom, you have RSS. You can generate RSS feeds. So it works. And then you can link to it, or wherever you want to link to it. That's it. Like, that's all you have to do. So no, turns out your thing doesn't need to know about RSS feeds to be able to generate RSS feeds, which makes sense, right? Because it's not like a special concept. It's just I don't know, just a kind of page. So here's the problem, though. Right now, this is lifted straight directly from my personal blog, so it works. But I forgot to. I realized that I never fixed this. Like, my website keeps pumping out updates to this file, but the last build date keeps saying Friday, 16th of June, 2023. So yeah, I never changed this. And I guess readers are probably smart enough to ignore this thing if they find out that other things have a more recent date or something. In any case, nobody has reported ever any problem with this. But we should obviously make it better. How do we make it better? Well, first of all, we need to be able to output dates in this HTTP header format. Like, RSS feeds use this date format because that's what HTTP headers use. And so they said, you know what? Let's use that delicious date format, which in my opinion fucking sucks, but whatever. They like it, so we keep it. Fine. Problem is, and we have that. We already have that. Format HTTP. There you go. Delightful. You could say that the reason why I added format HTTP is for RSS feeds. So I guess you could say this is the full extent to which Zine knows about RSS feeds, because really you normally just don't want to use this anywhere else. But we don't have a way of saying, yeah, give me, well, we can even call it like this, like, give me the build date. We don't have that. So let's go add build date to Zine so that we can fix this example. We can fix my personal blog. We can push everything and update everything to latest Zine. And then maybe we can move some more websites. Okay, let's go add that. Let's go ahead that. Hey, Karitam. Well, so now you know that you can. It works. So let us Hey, Peterino, you still use RSS feed? No, personally I don't, but some people do. And I wouldn't be able to recommend you a good RSS reader. You know that at some point I had this startup idea of a social network partially based on RSS feeds, where the main feature is that it would not be an RSS reader in the sense that it would try to hide the concept of RSS from the user as much as possible, because I feel like that RSS are not that bad as a implementation detail, but a horrid user-facing thing. Can't it just be a VS Code extension? Wait, what can be a VS Code extension? An RSS reader? Could be. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody has an RSS reader extension for VS Code. There are standalone applications and also web versions of those things. Honestly, okay, Peterino, I have a better answer. You want to know what, in my opinion, is the best RSS feed that you can get nowadays? Keyword being best, as in better than other existing options, not necessarily good. Best doesn't imply good. Best just implies a relationship, right, with other alternatives. Frankly, I think that Hacker News and Lobsters are the best RSS feeds, RSS readers that you can find. I think the problem with RSS feeds is that they're a little bit messy in the way that that people implement them. They're very inconsistent, and sometimes they're spammy. And I don't know. I feel like that applications that only offer you RSS feeds are missing an important component. I think that a component of something that prioritizes things and marks certain things as more important than others is kind of useful. And so, in a sense, that's the main. That's one of the main features that social networks, link aggregators like Hacker News and Lobsters give you, right? You go to the front page and you know that people have, that human RSS feeds have generated way more entries than what you see on the front page, but ideally the front page has selected the best entries. What you define by best, obviously, it's a complicated problem because it's a recommendation systems problem, and there are wildly different takes on what that means that have wildly different appeal to different people. So I'm not necessarily saying that the way that Lobsters and Hacker News operate is by far the best, but I do believe it's better than nothing. And for example, in my social network, I had envisioned a completely different system on how to do that. Like wildly, no concept of like up voting, down voting in that public sense. It was completely different. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll explore it. I'm not like in university I had a strong interest in recommender systems, and I remember reading a ton of literature, but then I ended up never doing that professionally, which is maybe for the best, because I feel like when you like a subject and you want to do it well, then you get into the industry and you realize that it's it's fucking carnage. So you go to this company, you're working on the recommender system. The guy in charge of the recommender system, like the VP of product or whatever, it's a fucking boomer, has no idea how things work. Maybe one friend of his informally, hand wavy way, described to him recommendation system concept that this guy took and went with for the entirety of his career, but he was just good. So he was never good at the recommender systems, just good at politics. Plus, on the other hand, you have all the data-driven people who just want engagement to go up. Is engagement going up? That's the only thing that matters. So, long story short, basically, you end up designing ridiculously user-hostile recommender systems because I am fully confident that that's what's going on at all those big tech companies like Facebook, YouTube. Well, YouTube, I don't even know if they know what they're doing, but like if they even know there's a recommender system somewhere in there. But yeah, Reddit even, I would say they are probably all hell bent on user hostile behavior. So maybe it's for the best that I never got a chance to work on that professionally. Who knows? Okay, so we want to add build. Well, we have a build object, and our build object right now, see, here's what it says. Gives you access to build time assets and other build related info. Guess what? Right now, it only gives you access to assets. There's a date thing that was commented out. And I guess I gave it a name, and then I never even updated the implementation. I just immediately commented it out. So it's finally time to implement this for real. But I do think that, continuing my thing from earlier, I do think that recommender systems are a insanely interesting facet of software engineering. So, you know, maybe one day I will try my hand at it. This might seem naive, but I do have the feeling that I might be able to come up with something interesting. Yeah, I remember thinking that there were a lot of things that were criminally underexplored by existing solutions. There's like a huge, probably, hopefully by nowadays standards considered obsolete, but there's like a huge group of people that build, that define recommender systems as a application of trust chains. I even forget the names of those things, thankfully, but like trust networks based on all the GPG stuff. Like there's this very old thing where, you know, GPG as in cryptographically signing messages, and people would have like key exchange parties. So you can imagine all the neckbeards from libertarian neckbeards from, I don't know, California or something, or anyway, bumfuck nowhere, plus Silicon Valley in the United States, who are, you know, who don't believe, like, who basically, if you send them a message, they will not believe that you are who you say you are unless they have hard proof. And so they would have these parties where they would physically exchange public keys with one another face to face. Imagine the smell. Yeah. If only you could put the smell in your key. then you know what? If only you could put the smell in your email, then you wouldn't need the GPG key anymore. The smell would be good enough. In any case, they were very fixated on this stuff, and they basically created these things where exchanging keys would also have the process of one person signing the other person's key. So I, Loris, would sign maybe Peterino's key if we were to meet physically and exchange keys. And so the point is that maybe you haven't exchanged keys with Peterino. So if you receive an email from him, then you will not have a way of saying, oh yeah, this is actually Peterino, because you were never given his public key in a trusted way. Maybe you would find it on his personal website, but who knows that his personal website is actually his personal website? He could have been somebody else's personal website trying to pass as Peterino, or the hoster might have swapped out the file or something. So, but if the key that he signs with has been signed by me, and you trust me, then by trusting me, you can trust him, right? Because I signed his key. So I could have made a mistake, but, you know, again, the point is, if you trust me, you can trust him. And there's this concept where trust flows through the network, but obviously, as you move away from things that you trust directly, then that level of trust goes down because, well, it's not exactly the level of trust that goes down. It's like your level of confidence that goes down. So like your confidence interval should enlarge as you go further away, because the chance of mistakes and stuff increases. But sometimes that gets just gets modeled as the trust coefficient going down. So there's a ton of recommender systems that are based on this theory. So they will basically, I don't know, like kind of prioritize content from other people that way. Anyway, these probably all got replaced by LLMs or neural networks at the very least. Okay, so the idea is we add a date thing. You can use date, but even though date keeps changing every time you call it, obviously, uh, the idea is that it doesn't force pages to be rebuilt. So the date will basically change if the page happens to be rebuilt, but otherwise it stays the same, which I think it's good. So accepted, 0 arguments. That argument. Okay, how do we do the date? Now, we could straight up call a function from the standard library and return it. Or what would be preferable is create one date at the start of the build and keep using that same date time, so that the idea is that you want to give the illusion that all pages are being generated, atomically at the same time. And I think that's a good idea. So let's try to do that. That means then that we want to give to this thing a field. Actually, why does it have to be a built-in? Now that I think about it, why does it have to be a function? Why does it have to be a function? We said it once, and you always access it. So yeah, let's do this. Yeah. see, it's called Sand Evolution. Do you generally find Twitch chat an effective rubber ducky? Honestly, no. It's better than nothing, but I think that chat is more... It can be useful. Like if I'm doing something that I don't know how to do well, I can actively ask people in chat for help. And if somebody knowledgeable is in there, they can help me out a lot. Twitch chat can also spot, typos and silly logic mistakes quicker than I can because, maybe you're busy thinking about like the overall algorithm and you're not really focusing on what you're typing right now and you make a mistake. So maybe you turn a greater than into a lower than or something. And Twitch chat usually catches that faster than you. And that's nice. But on the other hand, Twitch chat is a huge distraction. And not only Twitch chat, but also like, you know what, let's also add YouTube chat. Okay, YouTube chat is quiet for now. But also more in general, live streaming is a very brain cycle draining activity. So overall, I think you would be better served by being offline and not having any rubber ducking than being online with Twitch chat rubber ducking. Like you like the whole, like it's net negative, I would believe. That said, again, this is strictly from the perspective of rubber ducking your code. It is like I'm doing it obviously because there's other stuff that you can get out of live streaming. Namely, I get a chance to talk with people about things, explain to them how Zig stuff works, showcase what I'm working on. There's other things that obviously make it worth it. So talking about showcasing stuff, check this out. I'm writing documentation for my for a date field that I'm about to add. And the nice thing is that since this is going to become a markdown thing, I can use markup in my document, in my documentation. And this is delightful, in my opinion. Okay, let's add this field. So date. That's a date. And what does it default to? And by the way, this default thing is probably... well, I don't think we can default initialize it, can we? No, because that requires a syscall. So pub function init. Do we have like some kind of now thing somewhere? Oh, it's daytime. Okay. Oh, I think... no, I was about to say we're getting something. No, we ain't getting shit. So init wants an ISO 8601 time. Fuck. Right. So, right. So there's a problem with these implementation because my implementation of datetime assumes that you will want to serialize this datetime. So it even keeps around a string representation of itself, the original one, so that it can reserialize it down later when you need that. You can see that in Ziggy options. We use it to not to parse, but to stringify. We use it to stringify it. Yeah. That's something that's actually a need that we either should not have anymore, or if we do have still need for, soon we shouldn't have anymore. You know what? What happens if I do this? Okay, perfect. We're using the local one. Oh, and I have that code. Well, what do you know? We don't serialize that bad boy anymore. That is good. So that is really good. So I guess we can, what happens if we just comment out all the string wrapper stuff? Match our own type, comment it out. Okay, so we don't need the string representation anymore at this point. And now, oh, we also want to do the instant. Okay. Okay, we'll figure out what to do there. If I remember correctly, the instant thing was good because it allows to cache some operations required to be able to figure out what the day of the week was at that date time, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now we need to see what alternatives we have. So let's see, instant. Create a UTC instant for this time. No. Init, blah, 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 from. Bro, please, where's my now? Convert the nanosecond timestamp into a Unix timestamp. No. Add, subtract, instant. Oh, this one uses a config file, but then it gives you an instant, creates a new instant. Instant config. Oh, I'm forgetting the relationship between these things. God damn it. So this one has only a ISO constructor. Okay, so that's probably not what we want to do. Instant seems good. So this is a top level thing. So it allows you to do, I guess, Zine.instant. Gives you an instance of instant, an instant in time, instant occurs at precise time and place, blah, blah, blah. Timestamp source, blah, blah, blah. Hello, Temporus, good morning. In Unix timestamp time, add. Wait, so we are, I thought that instant was caching some stuff. So maybe it's not just that, it's more than that. Are we even using DT in our operations here, or are we using instant for everything? Here we're using instant. Here we're using instant. Here we're using instant. Okay, so is this even used? Oh, it's used here for formatting. So you can't use instant for formatting? How does it work? That creates a time. And time is what we were using. Okay, so you can obtain a time from an instant. So we don't even need to cache this? So in a sense, it wasn't instant, the thing that we were caching. It was daytime, the thing that we were caching. Interesting. Okay. So want to do instant. Maybe even just .now. No, okay, we need source and time zone. Oh, that's nice. As for the time zone, I guess we could call local. There's portability issues. You know what? Okay, this might even be a good time to update site. This has been a long time since we have updated UTC. Well, the problem with UTC is that this is a time zone that somebody might find themselves in, but it is not guaranteed the time zone that you are in your build server when you're running this stuff. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world, I guess, but still. Random question: how do you debug Zig code? You can debug a Zig code by running the compile executable, a debug build, ideally, in a debugger. So you want to use LLDB, it works with Zig. You want to use GCC, it also works with Zig. There's a fork of LLDB that a core contributor is working on that will add Zig-specific support for Zig stuff specifically for Zig. I believe it adds like a Zig syntax. Like if you use it today, and for example, there's a pointer to a struct, and you want to access one of its fields, LDB will want you to use C style syntax. So you have to do, foo arrow field. You can't do foo dot field because that's a pointer dereference. And that's how things are done in C and how LDB expects you to do. I believe that the fork that the contributor is working on, and it's a fork because it adds support for a language that is not present in mainline LDB, but it's how can I say, it's a soft fork in the sense like he's working on that in a fork, and ideally then it will, everything will be PR'd back to the main project. Not guaranteed that they will merge it, but they probably will. So eventually this is coming also to main LDB, and that adds some fancy stuff on top, but that's pretty much it. Okay, let's take a look at Zite. Oh, let's change 3 weeks ago. What are the chances that this API has changed dramatically? Yeah, look, now it defaults to now. Our version doesn't default to now, I believe. Load our local time zone. This needs an allocator, optionally pass const pointer. So the API hasn't changed dramatically. So it turns out that it wasn't instant cache. It was the other thing. Okay, let's take a look if things have changed dramatically here. Oh, there you go. Windows support, which comes probably from the standard library. It does not. It comes from dependency. Okay, so Windows support was added. Instant looks kind of the same. Oh, wait, did this have now as the default value already, and I missed that maybe. Oh yeah, it did. So that was already working like this all along. Okay, I think it's time to update Zite. Perfect. I love how Americans speak the German words. I hope you're not referring to me because I'm not American at all. If you want, I can give you the heavily accented Italian pronunciation of Zite. Zite. Or something. I don't know. Oh, by the way, for people here in chat, especially German people, check out zigtoberfest.de. We're going to have a big Zig meetup in München, in October. So I'll be there. A bunch of other people are going to be there. So check it out. Yeah, zigtoberfest.de. So we're looking for build. This build though, not this build, this build here. We will support Zig to build V8 components. What do you mean, Frank? I might need some more context. Oh wait, did I not save this file? What happened? So datetime. Oh right. Datetime we don't put any default value, and then we call init. Wait, can we avoid putting a default value here? I think so. And then this should do return date equals. So we got a small fast runtime called LO with small l, the successor of Just.js, which was a internal project and ranked many years on. Oh, okay, ranked #1 in many benchmarks. Oh, I see. There was a. I saw there was on Twitter. Oh, I'm checking this out for sure. There was on Twitter a tweet from. Yeah. Fuck. So this is the problem. This is my problem where I never remember people's names. I saw it on my feed a while ago. Okay, this fucking Twitter, goddamn it, this feed is. Of course, you have to get Elon Musk in your tweet. No, that's that the thing that I was referring to is come on, I believe that he's a contributor to Node who wrote a benchmark of runtimes and posted it on Twitter. It's just that, god damn it. The problem is that I forget his name. He's Italian. It's Marco something something. God damn it. It's really escaping me. Let's see. Maybe not Marco, maybe Mauro. I think it's with an M. Man, I have to say, the search here is not helping me out much. No. I think it's Marco. And then something with a C. I swear to God, like this search thing is making me feel like I'm going insane. So if I write JavaScript runtime benchmark and I click latest, it really seems weird to me that tweet does not show up. Also, Zig shows up. 2020. Why is it 2022 post showing up? Like, okay, I guess because there isn't much. Let's see, Node.js benchmark. Okay, I feel like I have to get to the bottom of this because I'm going insane. Use Grok? No, fuck Grok. You know what? We're going old school. We're going Google. Including results? No. Oh, you know what? What if it was Mattia? Man, it's a name with an M. I just don't remember. Man. Okay. Oh, wait. I think I might know what the road can be. I think I found a path. I remember that Theo interacted with this stuff. So let's find Theo. He probably retweeted this stuff. Common conspiracies many developers think are worth pursuing. Semantic HTML. Okay. I agree, but anyway. Feels like I see more people living in Rust than shipping Rust nowadays. Well, this happened a long time ago, my friend. Markdown has been working for Tiger Beetle for a while now. Oh, you know what? Well, we can also use search. I think we have an anchor. So Theo, what's his handle? T3.gg benchmark. Latest. Oh, I found it. Matteo Collina. Fuck. It was Matteo. Wait, I think that's the only name that I didn't try. I think I tried Mattia, Marco. I didn't try Matteo. God damn it. So he posted this benchmark. Okay. And oh, what? It's not even of runtimes. It's of front-end frameworks. Never fucking mind, man. This was... Sorry. This was just such a stupid errand. Like a goose chase, but I feel like I'm not going insane anymore. Let's see. Let's talk about Zig. Just JS. Oh, okay. Very small JavaScript runtime. I see. Improves the build. Okay, so this is about building V8. Ender uses some caches for rebuilding it extremely fast. IRC that was called Ccache. So build times are negligible for people working on low. Wait, who's Andrew? I would assume that that's some Andrew that makes that you guys know, not Andrew Kelly. Because I'm used to when somebody says Andrew like this, I'm in the context that I'm usually in. that means Andrew Kelly. Yeah, no, okay, that has to be another Andrew. Let's see. Personal opinion here. Anyone here who wants to understand can understand easily and don't find stuff specifically complicated. Okay. I've been spending some time with Zig recently. I have to say I like it, but I'm not sure what exactly it would bring to the table for low. One of the goals here is to keep dependencies down at absolute minimum to be able to rely on libs that have C APIs and reasonable build system, etc. One big issue I think would be the fact that V8 is very big and complex C++ API and would require doing a lot of work to create a Zig wrapper for. Maybe, wait, wasn't that about using the Zig build system? I'll take a look at the work you have done here. Okay. So I'm a little bit confused at how the discussion is going. Wasn't this about the build system, and then people are talking about bindings? So, I mean, one doesn't necessarily imply the other, right? Yeah, the build script would probably be your entry point. Boy, that's a chunky build script. Holy cow. Well, I don't have any particular comment on the discussion. You guys probably are the best ones who know. You guys are the ones who know what's best for you. But here's something that maybe could be interesting for you. GitHub.com/all your code base. So we have a GitHub organization. I own it, but it's like, think of it as a community thing. It's not something, it's not a official effort from the Zig project. But the nice thing about this organization is that we use it to collect C projects, C++ projects packaged for Zig. So for example, here's an FFmpeg that has a build script, build.zig script, and well, also Andrew applied some changes to it, but there's also more vanilla versions of these things, like port audio. Port audio depends on the upstream, and it only adds a build script. So V8 is probably super complicated. But for example, if at some point you think that the package is done well enough and you don't want to maintain it anymore, you can also donate it to the organization. And it basically what gains by staying there is that it's more discoverable. Obviously, if it's something complicated, then probably no other people in the organization will be how can I say, be able to pick up any maintainership work for you right away. But also that's another thing that you might gain. Like, again, realistically, it's easier for smaller projects. Bigger projects, not as easy. But basically, people have been collecting repos here so that they can be all in one place. So in case you find it interesting, check out the README. The README like explains how the organization works. And if you want to contribute to it, you can do so. You don't have to, obviously. If you want to keep your own stuff, keep your own stuff. But it can also be like an interesting source of examples on how to package stuff, and it can also be something that you can show other people to say, oh yeah, look, these other people are using the build system this way, and that's what they gain. There's also a nice rational explanation here on what is the point of doing this kind of stuff, which I think is nice. Like, what is the point of packaging your project with Zig? Obviously, if you're a Zig user, you gain the fact that you can use the package as a Zig user more easily. Like, you can depend on a C project more easily. But what's in it for people who don't plan to use Zig direct mainly? And there's a few answers here. Like, one is, you can get rid of make, GNU make, CMake, autoconf, bash scripts, batch scripts, PowerShell scripts, and all that junk, and replace everything with a builder script. Clang, System Package Manager. So there's a list of like the perks. In any case, there's a PR that's being added to Zig that will allow us to do this. This is coming to Zig. So get ready. Basically, the ability to, since this has to be a datetime, then just like you can do dot syntax for enums, you're going to be able to do the same also for decals. Why is there a dot before? Here? Because in Zig struct literals, oh yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Where's Swift now? Well, soon. It's happening. MATLAB put up the PR, I think earlier today or yesterday, or depending on where you live. So it's coming. Dot signals literal is not used to change stuff. Well, no, you can use dot to change stuff, but I'm assuming you're referring to this dot here. This dot here in front of a curly thing is to basically, it's like it tells you that this is a struct literal and this is a scope instead. So like naked curlies are scopes, curlies with a dot are struct literals. In C, you would have this as a struct literal and this as a scope. In Z, there's a dot in front of struct literals. That's it. Okay, so we have init now. We need to fix some things, I believe, because now there are some functions in datetime that don't work anymore. But now we have a date field that gets initialized. Now we go into that's gonna be annoying. Maybe let's see. So the problem now is the template previously would be able to be instantiated naked. Now we can't anymore. It is indeed a little bit annoying. So yeah, because build doesn't have a default initializer anymore. But that is fine, I think, because here we can do dot build equals init. And that's it. Okay, hopefully this is it, and there's no more sad surprises for us. That said, we need to fix some code in here. So here we're using inst and we're good. Here we're using inst and we're good. Inst and we're good. This seems all good. Wait, what is this? Format. Yeah, format for now. Forwards stuff around. So here is fine, but then we're gonna need to update the other thing there. Here we're using DT. We need to create DT. It's annoying that I call it daytime that has DT. And that collides with daytime from Zite, but oh well. Okay, so basically that's what we're gonna have to do also here. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. We are trying to serialize stuff. Okay, we're trying to serialize in content 528. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on in there. Because I don't think I use any of this stuff anymore. Wait, what? 528. Am I dumb? 528. I am totally dumb. Front parser. Oh. So the problem is that, yeah, we don't need to serialize this stuff anymore, but we still need to be able to parse it. So deleting the formatting code, fine. Deleting the parsing code, not so fine. And that is fair. Did I comment it out? Oh, I'm such a good boy. I just commented it out. Okay, let's see if we can survive with just this. Oh, wait. No, it's the opposite. Stringify is what we don't want. Parse is what we want. Let's see if he uses any of the forbidden things, but he shouldn't, right? Yeah, it just calls daytime init. Missing start field date. True. Except the type context daytime found. Oh, there's a right. There's a try here. Well, to be fair, wait. Can any of this stuff actually error out? Oh, this guy can error out. These can error out. These can error out. Wait a second. We're doing now. Now it can't error out. Okay, there's a lot of spam because I have logging enabled, but it seems that we're in business. So now I can go to my RSS feed. Okay, we can open my website here. You can take a look at my RSS feed. And it has, yeah, this very old date here. And now we can delete it. Put build date there. Let's see. If I look to date to type date, oh yeah, of course. Format HTTP. Seems that we're happy. Refresh. Works. Time is kind of whack though. The date is there. But so for the other guys, the time being 00 is actually fine. But this guy should not be zero. Wait, is this me with a overly simplistic formatting implementation? This is me with an overly simplistic. Of course. Let's see. Now only one feature is missing in the live server. It's refreshing the content. Admittedly, that's the entire point. So it's kind of important. However, the JavaScript is getting file changes and only needs to handle the refreshing. Time for bed. Oh yeah, you have the meetup tomorrow. Yeah, have a good night, Scott. Yeah, for me, it's morning. Come on, let's add hours and minutes and whatnot. Fine. We have those, so why not? Hour, minute, second. I think that's the thing I want to put in here. We don't have the offset. Oh, the problem is that the offset needs to be like signed. Does it have some kind of HTTP format somewhere? You know what? Let's maybe they added it. If they added it, then I can get rid of my crappy implementation. Let's see. Location. Yeah, this should not contain it, but just to be thorough. No reference to HTTP. Only in terms of docs. Okay. So no, we still stick to my shit implementation. What? Wait, is it hour? Minute, second? Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah, that's more like it. Again, my posts they all have their actual time set to 000, but it pays to be more precise with the last build date. Okay, that's perfect. Let's add just a little bit of docs, and I think then we're good. So in build, we say, let's see, gives you access to build time assets and other build related info. And inside of a Git repository, it also gives Git related metadata. Guess what? We don't have that yet. So let me comment this stuff out because we haven't implemented that yet. So the date is wait, what do I call this thing? A date or a date time? Let's go check the docs. Yeah, I call them dates. Okay. You know what? We can even avoid specifying that. An implementation detail. It's a nice thing to have. Nobody should complain. Okay, so we have this. Then that means that we can save this. By the way, adding the Git stuff could be nice. Could actually be a contributor friendly thing. You know what? I'll put up an issue for that. Yeah, let's put up an issue. Okay, let's do it like this maybe. Create git at Zig. I was trying to open a new line. God damn it. My Helix brain. Okay, so add an init function, add underscore git. Okay, so in any case, this is done. Let's make a release for this. So git push. Let's get latest Zine. Let's add a log entry. Oh, wait, also, let's regenerate documentation. So let's serve the website and change the log. Let's take a look at the website. Take a look at build. Okay, build has a date field now. Beautiful. Returns the current date time when the build is taking place. Using this function will not add a dependency in the current time for the page. In other words, the page will only be rebuilt if any other of its data dependencies causes it to be rebuilt. Maybe we could call it last change instead of date. And more than a warning, I think this is a note, actually. Like changed. I think there's also somewhere else a block that isn't a note. Oh, it wasn't in these docs. Is it in SuperMD basics? No, not in basics. SuperMD reference. Oh yeah, this one. Sibling. Okay. Okay, let's think a little bit more about this API. So you do .build.changed. Okay, let's see if this is any better. Update SuperMD. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Nothing indeed. God damn it. So this is not improved, really. We don't have note. So let's add note to this CSS stuff. Style CSS. Well, I think scripty reference probably should have this. I wonder why we don't have this. That seems weird because we have a normal style, right? Oh, it's probably this. Yeah. I think warning is also a little bit taller. What's in there? Two pixels of padding top. Oh, and 1 pixel of border. That probably is what's making it thicker. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, that's nice. Hey, Matthew, good morning. We were talking about your PR earlier, the one that gets us closer to Swift. Not that I've slept yet. God damn it. Dude, listen, I cannot judge you. I think you guys have the, what's that expression? Throwing rocks in a house made of glass. That's, by the way, that's a wild expression. I've like, it does make some sense, but it's also weird. Usually this kind of weirdness is what you find in non-English languages. Like that's the weird kind of idiom that you would not be surprised to find like in French or Italian. It's kind of weird that it is part of English. You don't understand the Swift reference? Swift has decal literals, like being able to do dot foo to access the foo decal inside of a type. Like it's not only enums but also fancier stuff. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones is the precise expression. Okay, I see it. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's still tame. It's not particularly raunchy. Like the French version of that would probably be something like you shouldn't stick a wheel of cheese in a donkey's anus or something like this. But still, it surprises me that you guys have this this kind of idiom. In any case, so I can't judge you, but be aware that it really does pay off to have a decent sleeping schedule. Yeah, keep that in mind. And please do not try to stick wheels of cheese up donkeys' anuses if you can avoid it. Unfortunately, ADHD disagrees with the sleep schedule. You know what else? But you know what helps with sleep schedule? Two things: physical exercise. I know it sucks, but it really does help. And the second one is melatonin. Like, just pop some pills. Well, melatonin is extremely tame, as far as I'm aware, as a chemical. So it's not like you would be. It's not proper sleeping pills, right? It's just like a mild help. But melatonin, something to watch that can help you turn off your brain. At least that helps me. But more than anything, physical activity, like going out and walking, that helps a lot. More than anything else combined, I would say. Okay, so now we have changed. Let's tag Zine. Let's tag a new version of Zine for this. So this is 0.4.8. Should I make a 0.5? I feel like, well, you know what? Maybe we should do 0.5.0 since we added a feature. Push tags. Zine 0.5.0. Change the log. I'm thinking that now it's time to make these guys to change the format now. I know that the later in the day stuff is fun, but nah, I guess we can do this now. So what about some form of dating? Huh. Ooh. You know what's wild? So here's another wild idea. We always have RSS feeds based on pages. But who said that's how it has to work? What if we had a feed where each entry is a section of something? Of a single page, I mean. We could pull it off. Holy shit, this is exciting. Okay, in order. Let's fix the docs first. So, frequent use cases. We can now say that here you can do text equals $build.changed. Dot format HTTP. So now this works. Half of the time I sleep too much. I'm just bad at consistency. It happens to me as well. But I after having battled with that for a few years, and by the way, I still fuck it up still today. So it's not like, oh, I'm out of this. It still happens to me. But I do, over time, I did start realizing that physical activity really does help in both senses. Because what happens to me is that if I don't do any of that and I stay in front of the computer all the time, what happens is that, yeah, I have this thing where I don't sleep regularly. I sleep late and the sleep is not super great. So like the sleep being bad kind of accumulates fatigue over time, and then you get to a point where you do sleep well because you're very tired because your sleep was all kinds of fucked up. Also, some of it is because, it's not necessarily going to be your case, but at least in my case, some of it is because, you try to sleep during the day, but the world around you is very active during the day. So you have cars honking, trains passing, people screaming, the people above you making noise, below you making noise, next to you making noise. So all these things lower the quality of your sleep on top of everything else. And so, yeah, that occasionally leads me to being like very sleepy and sleeping also a lot. I guess my point is, it fucking sucks to do physical activity, but it turns out that it also works for me. I also didn't believe that. Well, I did not believe that would do much of a difference for me in the past. But now over time I'm realizing that no, it actually works. It's just that it's tough to do physical activity regularly, and I feel like kind of cheating all the time. Or it kind of feels like doing the physical activity is like, okay, you gain better sleep, but then you'll have to do this thing, which sucks and wastes this time. So I sometimes I think like, you know what, fuck it. It's maybe more efficient to just have the worse sleep than to do physical activity. But I don't know. So get a gym membership or something, and get swole, get huge. Okay, so we updated the docs. Let's implement this thing. Let's implement an RSS feed for this guy. This is gonna be fucking sick. This is gonna be sick. So we need to engineer a way of giving a date to all of these entries. But that's actually kind of easy. So we make every of these things a section. And we say Oh, it's T colon. Okay. Okay, so now we have two sections. Every section has a bunch of stuff in it. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can even remove these and just put one up here and say we update this manually every time. Okay, we need to go see how this stuff looks like. 404 not found. Awesome. That's because we're not running any web server here. So by changing the structure, we kind of fucked up all the copy button stuff. That is interesting. So we need to try and restore that. I guess we can call this old. So this links to itself. That's nice. We can style the selected section, which I think might be nice. Let's fix this thing. Added, changed, which we can also link to. How do we link to it? $link dot page documentation docs. So this worked. if it actually gets revealed, I guess there's a problem that has to do with caching. Like, oh, this is actually interesting though. The caching. Like, the idea is this works because of the cache. If you don't have the cache working, then it doesn't work. Well, you know what? There's no point in. We can avoid pointing it out as well. Normally, RSS feeds are generated off of multiple pages in a section and not on content that changes. Okay, let's actually make it real. Oh, right. We also want to do this. Yeah, we just want to create an old section. Error, what's your problem? Section must be top elements of be embedded in head. Yeah, dude, this is a top level element. What do you mean? Oh, it needs a new line below, I bet you. Fuck, no, that's not enough. I broke sections, god damn it! Seriously? Wait, did I actually break sections? I did. Yeah, I totally broke them. God damn it. So analyze heading has the section code. Okay, fine. I guess it's analyze paragraph. Analyze siblings. Oh no. Image link. Section directive must be the first element in a markdown paragraph. Must not have any text inside of it. If parent node type is different than paragraph, nested section directive. Is this the error that I was getting? I think that was it. No, this was coming from scripty. Oh, fuck. We were looking at scripty validation code. So actually, we should be good. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do any of this error checking, although we need to fix the one in the other context. All we have to do is set the directive. Yeah, we do all the setting. And in here we call the validation stuff context. So let's take a look at our validation code for section because we bungled it. Validate. Yeah, and this. Document. So no, this cannot be document. This has to be paragraph. Okay, so we need more validation in here. No paragraph. What? Oh. Okay, so if it has a child, cannot have any text, that's fine. Then we need to be the first child in the paragraph. I think this is the same error here. You can copy it. Sections must be top-level elements or be embedded in headings. And then we need to assert that the parent's parent is a document. Actually, we can put it here. I guess we can do something nice. There we go. If you're not first or we're not top level, sections must be top level elements or be embedded in headings. I think this is much better. Actually, Zig build test. Do we build? We do. Beautiful. So it means that we need to delete this tag. Of course. Fetch supermd. Okay, let's see if we build now. Attempt to use null value. What? God damn it. Really? I did not expect that. Like, you can always do this. I'm doing it everywhere. How come that now it's a problem? Oh, because if it's a heading. No, but what? So first child is always there. Because it has to contain at the very least us. Like, shouldn't a paragraph always be in a document? Like, what's going on? Whatever. Whatever. Weird. Build failure. Session must be top level. Elements or be embedded in headings. So wait, these did not get updated? What does it think we're inside of then? Okay, you know what? Here's what we do. Let's look at stuff locally. Because otherwise I'm gonna have trouble understanding what's going on. And you know what? We're also gonna pull supermd close. And we're gonna start taking a look at what's going on in that code. No type heading, correct. No type paragraph. Core fucking wrecked. Okay, let's break it with some text. Does this get caught? Yes. And so we enter here. Not first. Oh, fuck. But also, I want to see the grandparent. Apparently, there is no grandparent. Okay, so this should cause a build error. Well, a crash, not a build error of the page. Attempt to use null parent. That is insane. Is that paragraph doesn't? Oh wait. Fuck. I think we have some code that works off of the assumption that the document. Whoops. Okay, fine. Okay, so that means that we just had this thing, this condition wrong. So this can be simplified actually. This can be not top level if parent.parent is different than null. And Yeah. You know what? Let's leave this version. For now, it's fine. Okay. That's what I was bungling. Okay. Okay, so now we're good. This lost its link. Now let's add CSS for styling this stuff. Scripty reference has some code for highlighting things. ID target animation pulse div ID target. Honestly, in our case, we wanted this one. I broke it? The fuck? Wait, wasn't that forward? Whoa, was it forwards? Okay. Sorry. This works, although, it kind of seems like it would need some padding or something, some margins. Hmm. Yeah, let's give it some padding. So how do we recognize these bad boys? These are divs on their page. Wait, why is that a ton vertically and nothing horizontally? The fuck? Oh, because the padding triggers the H3 margin stuff. Okay. Let's not do this then. Okay, what do you think of 030? It's weird that one pixel of padding changes all these things this way. Oh, come on. You guys don't have a fucking ID. Oh, no, this div does, though. Fuck. There you go. It's funny how you can see like the full history of things, how like even the style changed. Okay, let's add the RSS feed now. Oh, this is gonna be fun. So for log, we want to add an alternative version. Okay, so we specify this. There should be a build error because we don't have layouts log XML. Perfect. Then we need to create it. We can copy the one that we suggest to use. Oh, we might need to implement one thing. Okay, so title. Nice. So instead of subpages, now we need to be able to say something like page.content sections. And this should allow us to loop on sections, which we cannot do yet. This is delicious. Absolutely delicious. And then every item has as title. I guess for every section, you want, what do you want for every section? You want the ID, the title element, if present, as what? The title element present as like text, ideally. Yeah, then we need to make up a link for it. The date in our case is going to be loopit.id. That's going to be the ID. Maybe we could consider that the key. The ID becomes the key. GoID is going to be the same as link. This is going to be the pub date. Actually, maybe like this. Pub date title. There should be some kind of description thing, right? Managing editor. Okay, bro. Okay, you can just do a description. Let's see. An item may also be completing on itself, so the description contains the text. Entity encoded HTML is allowed. See examples. See data. What? Okay. RSS encoding examples. Archivist note. These archive documentation applies to RSS 2.01 specification revision 5 and revision 6. These are examples of item level descriptions illustrating how encoding works with and without the use of CData, a feature of XML 1.0. Ooh, okay. Each example consists of 2 lines. The first is an example description, blah, 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 blah. So, example 1, encoding HTML tags. Encoding HTML tags within a CData section. Encoding angle brackets in text. Okay, so I guess what we want to do then is add a description. And then do colon text, the contents. I guess. So we need to create content sections. Creating content sections will allow us to do some of these things. So the pub date is going to be the key. The link is going to be site host URL, add path. No, this is going to be something like $page.link. Well, but we need the URL. Yeah, no, we need the host URL. So this is going to be $page.link. And then we do .suffix, £, comma, loop it.key. And we do the same for the GUID. This, though, creates a new type of thing, right? Man. Okay. Not the end of the world. We can do it. Okay, let's see. So content sections. Let's create content sections then. So that means going into Zine. Oh man, that means there's some more work to do here. Okay, Zine. Page. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm messaging with people on my other screen. That's the thing that I'm doing, the legal thing that I'm doing. Let's see. Returns a list of sections for the current page. Um, so we're making it an error to not define any section, but at the same time, it's probably not a great idea because we could totally assume that a page doesn't specify any section, kind of has a default section. And yeah, that would totally work. So let me think. I feel like this API is kind of half baked the way I'm defining it. But you know what? For now, or an error, you can always change it later. That's fine. So content sections, call blah 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 section ID. So there is no section ID. Oh, that's funny. That's not a limitation anymore. Because ASC is, I think, always present by now. Yeah, this is now a dot question mark. Well, actually, AST, basically, we couldn't make it non-optional. If the page defines no sections, just assume the whole page is one section. Yeah, the problem is that I'm trying to extract from the section the concept of an ID, for example. And right now, if you define a section, actually, do you always have to define an ID? Now that I think about it, no, you don't. You can define sections without IDs. So never mind. The ID is not always present, so the ID has to be optional. So yeah, we might very well be able to do that if we wanted to. Okay, so it seems that I'm getting... I'll have to go out for lunch in a moment. Okay, so that's how it's going to be, I think. So what we want to do here... Oh, no, these examples are missing columns, are they? Do they? Yeah. Fuck. Oh, man. So many things that need to be updated in docs. Okay. Okay, now we need to implement this. So instead of getting them by IDs, we need to like make a list of them, etc., etc. So that's fine. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop the stream here because I'm going out for lunch, and I will probably resume the stream once I come back and continue this work. So yeah, we're gonna make this nice RSS thing for the changelog. I think that having this capability will come in handy also for other people, obviously not just us. So I think it's gonna be an interesting capability to add to Zine. So I will, I guess, be right back. So see you all soon. Let me see if there's anybody maybe that might appreciate a raid. Doesn't seem like it. Let's see. Is Toggle live? Ooh, can I raid Toggle? No, there's no Toggle. Okay, so that's it for me. See you all.